Command them in God's presence to stop fighting over words. Such arguments are useless. They can ruin those who hear them. And you most likely have little minuscule arguments going on in the churches. Okay, little scuffles. Brothers, get over the little childish, petty stuff you're going through. Brothers mad about rank. You know, I should be the head of the camp. If you still in that spirit, then maybe you should just be on the outside of the camp, because we got peace. We got to sit here and deal with your BS and that. You got to work out your demons on your own, man. Don't let your demons trickle over to other believers, which we bear each other's burdens. But look, be in order, man. Don't let your demons trickle over to where now other believers who are happy and in the spirit got to suffer because of your ass. Deal with your demons as you believe, right? Deal with them, and you women, stop using the weaker vessel argument. Yeah, you're the weaker vessel, but you say you believe, right? So stop allowing the things that burden you and which you can't get over to make a hell on earth for him. But more than anything, amongst these churches, amongst these camps, brothers gotta get in order, man. The little petty, minuscule, stupid stuff, deal with it as men. Have the simple conversation that needs to be had, because most of these things are just simple conversations, and move forward, man. So they were having empty arguments, man. As a matter of fact, let's look at this word, words. To wrangle about words. To contend about words, to wrangle about empty and trifling matters. It's trifling. I hear it all the time. A thing of little value or importance. Okay? Unimportant, insignificant. Okay? So let's keep reading. So the little back and forths and look, man, stop that. Okay? Deal like men. Have counsel, approach the counsel with the mindset of winning your brother over in salvation above being right. Okay? It says in verse 15, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Work hard in studying so that you can present yourself to God and receive his approval. Be a good worker, one who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly explains the word of truth. And you got guys that are so fixated on side missions, they're getting condemned by Christians. They're getting condemned by questions that they should be able to answer off top. They're looking silly, right? So that you don't need to be ashamed. Look, study, know what you're talking about. Listen to the videos and look things up when you listen. Don't just say, con. Look it up. Look things up. Okay? Avoid worthless, foolish talk that only leads to more godless behavior, man. Okay, all of these endless debates that Jake be having with these Christians. Endless debates with other Israelites. Debate. Okay? It only leads to more godless behavior. Who's growing through these debates? Who's being persuaded through these debates? It's just a ooh and a ah. Okay, and they want us to get involved in debates. No, we are commanded to avoid you foolish niggas. The new covenant argument. Okay? The bottom line is we all in hell right now. The bottom line is that we're hoping for something greater in the future. But Jake just wants to argue to set themselves apart and to say that we're wrong and they're preaching now for strife and vainglory. That's the focal point of every video. New covenant. Meanwhile, you got cancer in your nipple. Y'all sick. Y'all breaking up with one another. This kind of talk spreads like cancer. See that? As in the case of Hymenaeus and Philetus. Okay.